evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Chicago Collegiate Athletic Conference, SXU Athletics, and St. Xavier University, welcome to the Ball Hallberg Court at the Shannon Center for the 2024-25 season opener. Tonight's inter-city matchup features the East-West Phantoms and your St. Xavier Cougars. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you're able to, please rise, and gentlemen, kindly remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Now, let's meet the starting lineups for the visiting East-West Phantoms.
Men's basketball is back here on the campus of St. Xavier University, and from Bob Hallberg Court in the Shannon Center tonight, we have a matchup between the East-West Phantoms and your St. Xavier University Cougars. Good evening, everyone. Ron Luce joining you back for another season of Cougars basketball. And what a beautiful way to start off the men's slate. This is the second game that has been hosted for basketball already here on the campus of St. Xavier University. The women's program started off the slate on Friday, November 1st. The 7 o'clock start against number 3 ranked Indiana Wesleyan, and unfortunately dropped their home opener 89-60. But the Cougars here tonight can rectify that with an opening win here on the start of the men's slate. We'll step aside and listen to the starters for your Cougars tonight.
First, the 6'3" senior guard, number 1, Sando Hill. First aid guard, 6'2", 5th year, from number 2, Julian Parr. Next, the 6'4" senior guard, number 5, Jordan Jackson, senior. Next, the 6'6" senior forward, number 11, Kevin Bishop. Next, the 6-foot junior guard, number 0, Ashton Atwater. Next, the 6'6" senior forward, number 21, Andre Brandon. And finally, the 6'6" senior forward, number 11, Kevin Bishop.
Those are your starters here tonight. For the home Cougars, we will repeat them. For those at home, number 0, Ashton Atwater. Number 2, Julian Barr. Number 5, Jordan Jackson. Number 11, Kevin Bishop. And number 21, Andre Brandon. Starters for the Phantoms are number 4, Danye Grant. Number 5, Jaha Jackson. Number 10, Marco Brown. Number 12, Vashawn Daniels. And number 22, Victor Garrett. Your head coaches for the head coach for the Phantoms is Tommy Posley. And at the head of the bench for the Cougars is 4th-year head coach Robert Ford. His assistant coaches for this season, Jeff Willis returns to the bench from a season ago. and a couple of new faces as well. Alan Ferguson joins the coaching staff, and Tyron Kidd will serve as a graduate assistant, sticking around as a part of the program post his playing days. Starters on the floor. There's the whistle indicating the tip, and SXU men's basketball is underway for the 24-25 season, and just like that, it's Julian Barr with the first bucket of the game. Cougars with a lot of new faces on the roster this season. Notable names returning. You heard a few of them in the starting lineup, the likes of Kevin Bishop as well as Andre Brandon and Julian Barr, but a number of new names as well. Quite a few transfers and a couple of key freshmen as well. The three is no good for the Phantoms. That was off the hands of Brown. Pulling up, Jackson, three ball delivers. Jordan Jackson. Cougars off to a quick 5-0 lead. And Coach Robert Ford has never been scared of using the transfer portal here on the campus of St. Xavier, and every season as head coach he's brought in some key transfers, and here comes one of them now, and there is a foul called on Jackson, offensive foul. A good steal by the Cougars fails to result in points. Jackson, a Northwood transfer, Grand Rapids, Michigan native. East-West goes to work here. It's Jackson serving as the point man, and a big takeaway. Speaking of Jackson, gets it right back and able to finish at the hoop for another two. Full court press in effect for these Cougars. They are pressing heavy right now against East-West. Phantoms will settle things down. It's number 2, Zach Patterson, currently with the ball up top. Open J will deliver for number 12, Vashawn Daniels. Cougars working quickly. Barr kicks it out. That's Atwater for three. In and out it goes. And Phantoms handle it. It's Patterson taking it up the floor. Cougars off to the quick start here, and we noted the handful of familiar names from a year ago. Expect the Cougars to go deep into their bench tonight as they continue to play with almost a new look, style, heavy pace. Trying to keep teams off balance as Brown delivers a beautiful J. It's Jackson in the corner. And trying to take the baseline, ultimately results in East-West possession, and we got a full line change on top of it. Davion Lawrence, Marko Tojajic, Sando Hill, Makai Wilson, and number 23, DJ Shelton, all checking into the game. Jackson over to Patterson, now down low for Daniels. He'll pull up for the two, and it's long. Sando Hill, returner from a season ago. Down low for Lawrence. Now the three ball from Wilson. It's a beauty. Makai Wilson, the Iowa Central transfer, and that three ball will elicit an early timeout from East-West and Coach Posley. 16:59 still to go here in the first half. We welcome all of you to SXUCougars.com and the Cougars Sports Network. This is the first Cougars game of the season here on the campus of St. Xavier University. Cougs with a favorable schedule to start things off this year as well. This will be the first of 5 games here in the Shannon Center to open the 24-25 schedule for this men's squad. After tonight, it's a 3 o'clock matchup with Edgewood on Saturday afternoon, and then we'll be back here with you on Monday, November 11th. That'll be a doubleheader with the men's and women's programs of Indiana Columbus. 5 and 7 o'clock starts respectively, with the men serving as the end of the back-to-back. Here's Shelton on the takeaway, coast to coast, and Sando Hill with the slam. Hill did a nice job following his man down court. Cleans up with the two-hand slam. Now Daniels pulling up for the three. Oh, and he gets it around the world. Good response from East West. Now Lawrence pulling up for the three ball. That's off the mark. Toyajic with the big wingspan. Now Shelton will give his try, and this one off the mark as well. But Lawrence with the beautiful putback. Cougars working quickly here. Lawrence, local product, Oaklawn Community High School. Not too far here from the campus of St. Xavier, Moraine Valley transfer. Here's Daniels pulling up for another three. This one's off the mark. That was Garrett collecting, and now Jackson will nail the three ball. Off to a start here, a track meet between these two teams. Cougars with already a full line change of substitutions. Lawrence down low, nice pass to Toyajic. He'll kick out. Hill for three, it's beautiful. Great ball movement from the Cougars. Outside to inside, high to low. No, hold on to a 7-point lead here to start. Daniels now pulls up for another three. He's hot to start this game. Rashawn Daniels, 8 points already. We haven't even played 5 full minutes of basketball. Hill looking for help. Dishes to Shelton. And the three ball from Wilson's off the mark. Loose ball, Shelton comes away with it and gets the friendly roll in the putback. Oh, and a beautiful finish on the other end by Patterson now. Cougars getting ready for that full 5-man change. Shelton down the lane, here comes the pressure. Kicks it out to Hill, nice behind the back pass. Shelton for three off the mark. Patterson will slow things down after coming away with the rebound. Well, here come the Cougars with some pressure. Daniels once again from long range. Rashawn Daniels is hot to start this game. Another good three from him. That's 11 points to open the scoring, and that elicits a Cougars timeout right off the jump. This timeout, we will step aside, but don't go anywhere. 14-13 still left here in the first half on the Cougar Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. 14-13 to go here in the first half. Cougars jumped out to a big lead, but they have quickly turned this one around. Great start from East West, specifically from number 12, Rashawn Daniels. Already 4 of 6 shooting, 11 points. Start things off here. Cougars leading scorer, Sando Hills, has 5 already. A couple of rebounds as well. Number 5, Jordan Jackson, also with 5 points for the Cougs. Play about to get underway. The starters back on the floor here for the Cougars. So Atwater, Barr, Jackson, Bishop, and Brandon all return to the floor. Mentioned the new look from the Cougars here, able to roll 2 full 5-man units. Barr in the corner for 3! Quick offense from the Cougars, and now Daniel fumbles the pass. Atwater kicks. Brandon, 3! That's another one for the Cougs. Now remind you, this is still the starting unit for East West. So just some natural wear and tear over the course of a game. Maybe getting to them a little bit here as the Cougs bring the pressure, and a big block from behind by Jackson. But the takeaway, and East West unable to finish at the rim. That was Marco Brown. Cougars collect on the possession. Barr in the corner. Makes one man miss and delivers another 3-ball. Cougars on a 9-0 run in less than a minute of play. All off of some quick takeaways. Marco Brown trying to escape the traffic does, and now it's going the other way. Cougars possession.
10-second violation. Cougars ball.
You heard the call there from the PA, 10-second violation. Cougars go to work. That's Atwater setting up the offense. Cougars have found themselves way in front now as Atwater pulls up for the 3. Who's it out on? He'll call it out on Andre Brandon, so east-west possession. A 9-0 run, breaking this game back open here for the Cougs. Jackson challenged heavily and gets it off to Brown for the 3-ball. It's a little long. Barr coming away with the rebound on the far side of the hoop. Back up top for Barr. Good passing here as that one's deflected, but Bishop in the right spot. Andre Brandon, 3-ball again. This one unable to find Twine. And now Bishop jumped in front of a pass, trying to get the takeaway, and that was Patterson crashing to the floor, trying to save possession. And we'll get our first east-west change. This is number 4, Danye Grant. And we'll also see number 20, Divine Conley, check into the game as well. Same 5 for the Cougars, no changes at the 12:05 and counting mark. And they'll call offensive foul. Oh, pardon me. It appears it is on Kevin Bishop. So that'll be his first personal, and we'll see that second unit for the Cougars here. Atwater with a nice takeaway. Bishop bringing it back up the floor. Barr thought about the 3. And working hard with the floater, and it falls. There's Brown, feeling the pressure, able to get it into the front court. Grant pulls up for the 2. Who's going to come away with it? Atwater does. Cougars moving quickly. Jackson denied at the rim. Almost a full half of the first half played, and this game has been all 100. This is the first time either team really settling things down in quite some time. Good defense here for the Cougs. Brown looking to go somewhere with it and nearly throws it away, and does. Here's Jackson. Takes it himself, the 2-hand finish. Jordan Jackson adding to his total on the night. We'll bring him to 7. The defense from the Cougars. That's Daniels in the corner, and possession will stay with East-West. Cougars substitutions. It's that same second unit we saw before. Toyajic, Lawrence, Hill, Wilson, and Shelton. 10:27 to play, 32-18 your score. Both sides getting set up. It'll be Daniels to inbound from the far side of the floor. Nowhere to go with it. Gets it in at the last moment to Grant. And now travel is the call.
St.
Gagne Grants trapped by a pair of Cougar defenders. Now St. Xavier's second unit will go to work. Here's Hill. Now up top for the big man Lawrence. He loses it on the way through. Here come the Phantoms. Brown, good defense from Hill to stop his progression. Jackson's three comes up short. And Brown finds the rebound, now loose ball. Makai Wilson all alone off the backboard. And there is a foul called. Hill was there ready to clean it up if need be.
Foul number 12,
Vashawn Daniels will be called for the foul. And that will also result in a timeout taken here by the Phantoms. Cougs with the big lead on a 13-0 run in just under 4.5 to play. We'll step aside for a moment. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back on the other side of the timeout here on the Cougar Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. 9:54 to go here in the first half. Score correction, an earlier three ball was marked a 2, so it is 32-17. That brings Vashawn Daniels' total for East-West to 10 points. Still a team high at this point. He has almost all of the scoring here so far for the Phantoms. Cougars, Julian Barr is 4 for 4 from the floor and 2 of 2 from beyond the arc. That's good for 10 points on the team lead as well. Atwater 3 assists and 3 steals already here in the early going. And one of the newcomers, Jordan Jackson, with 7 points. Sando Hill with 5 for the Cougars. Timeout comes to a close. It is St. Xavier at the free throw line. Number 3, Makai Wilson was fouled on the way in on that last scoring attempt. So he'll shoot 2 here as we resume play. And the first one good. So we noted a little bit earlier, Cougars 5 home games to start. We mentioned the first couple, and then Cougars also here on the 15th, a Friday night action against Grace College, as well as the first CCAC matchup. That'll be against Olivet Nazarene on Wednesday, November 20th. That'll be a men's-women's doubleheader as well. East-West going to work. Tough attempt there. Good putback look, doesn't fall. East-West still with it for now, and finally Davion Lawrence comes away with it for the Cougs. He'll take it down himself and throws it away. Jalen Jackson with the takeaway. The dish pass behind for number 20, Conley. Good transition bucket for the Phantoms. Hill goes to work. He's got a lane coming through. And clean play, but it will stay with the Cougars. Cougars in their home whites this evening. Red and tan and black striping all throughout the uniform. Red numbers and letters. Shelton here pulls up for the 2, comes up short. Phantoms for East-West in the navy blue uniforms with the yellow trim and detail. Oh, and a smart play from the Phantoms. That was Gerald Tate. Not sure which Cougars player that ball glanced off of. But good work by the Phantoms to keep possession. Cougars flip the 5 again, so it is your starting 5. Atwater, Barr, Jackson, Bishop, and Brandon once again. 8:58 to go here in half number 1. Grant on the baseline on the inbound. Good defense quickly by the Cougs. And a 3 attempt off the mark from Jalen Jackson. Here come the Cougars. Atwater thought about the 3. Now down low for Bishop. To Andre Brandon. He goes for the slam, but unable to finish it off. Appeared to be an awkward angle of sorts for the big senior forward. Coralville, Iowa native. So East West will take back possession here. 34-19. We mentioned that 15-2 run for the Cougars, but ever since that East West timeout, things have been rather quiet. Jalen Jackson down the lane, kicks it out to Conley. He'll miss, but Atwater able to secure the rebound. Down low for Bishop, loses possession only momentarily and finishes with the left hand. Kevin Bishop, a big returner for these Cougars this year. Last season unable to play due to academic eligibility, but returning for the 24-25 campaign. Was quite the presence in the low post, and there are a few guys in the conference, let alone on the Cougars schedule, that can match up with him one-on-one down low. Head coach Robert Ford certainly has to be happy to have his big man in the low post back. Here's Atwater. Cougars get back underway after the turnover. That's Bishop. He'll pull up for the J, and it's a beauty. 2 quick baskets for Kevin Bishop, his first points on the season. Now up to 4 after the last 2 makes. Conley pulls up from distance. That one off the mark. Nice pass, Andre Brandon. Barr with the save. Jackson able to recollect for the Cougs. Now Barr wide open for the 3, but can't get it to go from the corner. Now Bishop, and he'll draw the foul. That'll be number 23. It's Gerald Tate.
Number 23, Gerald Tate.
His first personal. Relatively clean basketball so far from both sides. Only a handful of free throws for either team to this point. Just those 2 from Makai Wilson before these 2 attempts from Bishop, because the first one does not connect. Cougars hot shooting as well already, shooting 53.6% from the floor and a very impressive 42, almost 43% from beyond the arc. Still plenty of time though, 7:23 to go here in the first half. But after East West narrowed the deficit early on, it's been all Cougs ever since. And this ball will stay with the Cougars. One of the East West Phantom players had it glance off his hand and out of play. So Atwater on the inbound for number 5, Jordan Jackson. Oh, nice move behind the back. Jackson, step back 3. Can't get it to go, and Brandon wanted the rebound. Good work by Conley to knock it out of his possession. There's Jackson, and can't finish the slam. Cougs going back the other way. Atwater throws the oop for Barr, and unable to connect, but it will stay with the Cougars, and we'll get another line change. Hill, Lawrence, Wilson, Toyajic, Shelton all return to the floor. 6:56 to play.
DJ Shaw and Marco Toyajic returns to the court for St. Xavier.
Hill will inbound for the Cougars, and that one gets away from Lawrence. Here comes Jackson, and he'll lay it up for 2. Opportunistic play for East West. Cougars go back to work. Hill thought about the 3, kicks out for Shelton. Wilson, 3 ball, there it is. Hill applying the pressure now as Danye Grant brings it up the floor. Oh, and a good pass. Toyajic will be called for the foul. Keanu Gordon goes to the free throw line.
Number 24, Marko Toyajic, his first personal, Cougars 13 foul.
First minutes for the aforementioned Keanu Gordon.
Keanu Gordon is at the line.
And he has a quick opportunity right off the jump. Now a chance to add 2 free throws. First one off the mark. Good attendance here tonight for the Cougars men's basketball home opener. Chilly Wednesday evening here in early November in the Chicagoland area as Gordon connects on the second free throw. Good pass from Hill. Shelton wanted Toyajic. East-West with the takeaway. And now a foul is called. That'll be Toyajic once again. So 2 quick fouls for Marko Toyajic. Sophomore forward. Played quite the role on this team last season as a freshman. Important depth piece for Coach Robert Ford. Now checking in for the first time is number 10, DeAndre Warren. He'll sub in for DJ Shelton, who appeared to be in a bit of discomfort. Good defense from Wilson. Jaha Jackson looking for an open lane. Pulls up from the free throw line and gets the friendly roll. Under 6 to play here in half number 1. Toyajic kicks, and that's going to be a charge. Marko Toyajic all of a sudden here finding himself with 3 quick fouls. Robert Ford pleading his case to the official behind the play. Jaha Jackson. Trap coming, nice pass. Conley has it knocked away, and then a late foul call. So that'll be on Davion Lawrence. We may have tragically jinxed the course of this game. It was a clean basketball game early on. Some of the cleanliness has disappeared here. Here's Grant from the baseline. Quick inbound. Now Conley. Back to Jalen Jackson. Kicks for Jaha Jackson. He'll take it to the hoop himself, and good cleanup from number 20, Devine Conley. Wilson pushing the pace. Nearly loses it on the way through. Hill. Lawrence pulling up for the 3 from the wing and delivers. Lawrence gets the Cougs going once again. Hill merely tipping it away. And now a takeaway for Lawrence. Wilson. Sando Hill with the slam! And now Hill with a takeaway. The quick steal. And now they'll say Hill stepped out of play just in front of the East-West bench. And full line substitution coming for the Cougars with 4:33 to play. And now a media timeout. So we'll step aside for the media timeout. We'll be back with you here in Flash on the Cougar Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. Media timeout coming to a close. 4:33 to go here in the first half of play. It is all Cougs so far. 46-26 your score. Cougars over at 6 fouls already. East-West with just 2 so far. When this ball gets thrown away, but Conley's still able to come down with it. Nice little Euro step from Conley in the awkward angle for the basket. Divine Conley with a nice stretch of play. And Barr sees that stripped from his grasp and out of play. Another East-West takeaway. 4:15 as the clock continues to bleed. That's number 3, Carlos Robles for the Phantoms, and he'll draw a foul. That's Ashton Atwater's first personal foul as a Coug, and that will initiate the first phase of the bonus for the Phantoms here in the first half. Robles at the line. And able to convert. He'll get a second one. Cameron Ransom also on the floor. First appearance of the evening for the Phantoms. And the second free throw won't go. Good rebound from Andre Brandon. Warren Jackson back to Barr. Bishop now in the post. High-low pass. Barr taking it through, and he'll draw the foul. And that'll be called on number 4, Danye Grant. 3:55 to go here. Cougars most certainly still in the driver's seat. Here's Jackson. On the drive, turnaround look, can't get the friendly roll. Keanu Gordon hanging around. And now Robles down to the ground, and now timeout taken by the Phantoms. So another Phantoms timeout burned. And they'll step aside. They'll have just 2 remaining over the rest of this game. We're stepping aside. 3:38 left here in the first half. Cougs with a commanding lead over the East-West Phantoms. Welcome back, everybody. That was the second East-West timeout taken out of their 4. New NAIA rule this season is roughly 4 media timeouts, assuming play allows for such media timeouts will be taken. So 2 of the 6 timeouts awarded to men's teams have been taken away as a result of the extra stoppage times. So East-West only burning 2 of their timeouts. Here's a big takeaway for Atwater. Jackson with the 2-hand finish and 1. Jordan Jackson will go to the line to complete the old-fashioned 3-point play. Danye Grant picking up his second personal.
At the line to complete the 3-point play, Jordan Jackson, senior.
And Jackson able to finish, so he is now in double figures. Both he and Julian Barr, 10 points apiece for the Cougs. Grant, Conley, quick transition bucket for the Phantoms. Atwater, Brandon will play catch. 3:16 and counting to go. Jackson, plenty of time for the 3 ball. That's off the mark. Bishop on the cleanup down in the post. Kevin Bishop now 3 for 3 from the field. All 3 buckets inside the arc so far. And 1 from distance early on. What a oop! Keanu Gordon on the other side of that alley-oop. The Phantoms finding a little bit of rhythm. On the baseline, Brandon now a takeaway here. That's Brown, and he'll draw the foul. A little bit of contact between he and Julian Barr. And just like that, the Cougars will run the line change substitution in just a moment. 2:35 to play in the opening half. Jaha Jackson, Zach Patterson will check back in for the Phantoms.
Coming in for the Cougars, number 15, Mason Kapelkis.
For the Cougars, Toyajic, Wilson, Lawrence, and Warren will check onto the floor. And for the first time tonight, we'll see number 15, the redshirt sophomore, Mason Kabelkis. He'll take Sando Hill's place for the time being as a part of this group. Still no DJ Shelton either. He is on the bench, though, so it seems all is okay. Robert Ford trying to roll some of his other guys, get them some time here in this game. 2 for 35 to go. Marco Brown at the line for free throws. Brown sinks the first one. And he'll sink the second one as well. East West with a much better response. And that pass a bit high from Wilson from Lawrence. So the Phantoms quickly get it back. Only 6 seconds able to bleed. Trying to get as many points back before the break. Jaha Jackson coast to coast loses it. But Patterson collects. Now Brown for 3, in and out. It's Daniels back on the floor. Brown with another 3 ball. This one comes up short, and they'll let this one find the baseline. 2:08 to play. Cougars basketball. DeAndre Warren, the Daly and Olive Harvey product, is going to draw the foul here, head to the free throw line with exactly 2 minutes to play.
Foul number 2, Zach Patterson. His first personal, Vince 15 foul. DeAndre Warren is at the line.
Warren at the line, shooting 2. Nails the first one. Mentioned a little bit earlier, men's basketball back here on Saturday. That's a 3 o'clock start against Edgewood. Catch that game here on SXUCougars.com or come see it live here in the Shannon Center at Bob Hallberg Court as this ball will stay with East West. $1:51 to play. The women's team on the road this weekend. They'll be at the Catholic Classic down in Indianapolis. University of St. Francis, Indiana is on the docket for Friday night. That'll be a 4:30 start, and then on Saturday they'll play at noon against Marian University. An injured player down for East West. That appears to be number 12, Vashon Daniels. Being checked by a trainer right now. Looks like may have been cut open a little bit on his forehead. Players returning to their benches for the moment as Daniels gets examined. But as we noted, the women will be back here for their second home game, a part of that 5 and 7 o'clock doubleheader on Monday, November 11th. We look forward to seeing you for that one, as both the men and women will play that evening. Pretty habitual for returning Cougars basketball fans. We'll see a lot of the men-women doubleheaders once the extended conference slate opens. We mentioned a couple of early conference games start here at the end of November, November 20th. We'll see Olivet Nazarene right here in the Shannon Center. That'll be the first CCAC matchup for both the men and women. And then Judson, Governor State, and Trinity Christian College, their next 3 consecutive matchups, where we'll see both men and women play, but USF Thanksgiving Classic down in Joliet, the Cougars will take part in that. November 30th, that Saturday, they'll play Hastings College out of Nebraska, and then on Sunday, December 1st, they'll take on Lourdes University. That'll be a 3 o'clock start from about 40 minutes south of SXU's campus. Good to see Vashawn Daniels back on his feet. He is holding a gauze against his forehead, so he'll come out of the game at least for the time being. Get him checked on as play gets ready to resume. And that looks like we'll see number 22, Victor Garrett, checking in for Daniels as he leaves with a trainer to get looked at. 1:51 to play here before the halftime break. Cougars with the commanding lead. Conley, the recipient of the inbound at the logo. Warren providing the defense, and now Jaha Jackson down the lane. Oh, and the acrobatic move can't fall. Wilson quickly in transition. And one with the bucket. But the charge called on Wilson, and certainly the aggressor. So this will return to the Phantoms. Certainly have to appreciate the physical basketball from Makai Wilson, the Covington, Kentucky native. The lone Kentucky product on the Cougars roster. He, as we mentioned, Iowa Central transfer, and that'll be a travel for Marco Brown. $1:25 to go. Kabelkis will inbound. Cougars likely going to roll with this group of 5 until the half. Warren's going to take it and pull up for himself. That won't fall. Patterson collected the rebound, and now looks like Kabelkis will get called for the foul.
Foul number 15, Mason Kabelkis. His first personal foul.
And that's the 10th, so the double bonus in effect for East-West. Zach Patterson here at the line for 2. And he is 2 for 2 on this trip. Warren and Lawrence work it up for the Cougars. Quick look from Wilson for the corner 3. The Cougars' fast brand of basketball, certainly an entertaining form thus far. Toyajic got a piece of that off the hand of Conley. Now here's Brown. His 3 off the mark. Lawrence with the rebound. Warren left it back for Wilson. Nearly gets away. Now Warren, corner 3. The unlucky bounce ultimately ends up with Patterson. Under 30 seconds to play. Brown up for Conley. He'll pull up from beyond the arc. Nothing home as Wilson collects. Shot clock gone. Cougars can take this down to the buzzer. 15 to go. And the steal, Jaha Jackson coming away with it. He'll take it all the way himself, and that'll draw the foul. They're going to call it on Toyajic, who can't believe it. That's already his 4th personal. So certainly something to keep an eye on in the second half if we'll see a lot of Marco Toyajic right out the gate. Jackson at the line here with 9.1 seconds to play for 2 free throws. And first one off the mark. This time Jackson's free throw falls. Cougars one less chance before the break. Toyajic trying the quick pass. And they're going to call it on Toyajic. I think he's done.
24, Marco Toyajic. That's his 5th and final personal foul of the game.
So Marco Toyajic will foul out in the first half. So we'll get to see number 20, Deonce Taylor, one of a couple of Calumet St. Joseph transfers, fellow CCAC program. Jaha Jackson has the ball roll away from him, but he'll get one last shot off, and it will not fall. And that is how we will come to the break. 57-38, your score at the half. We'll step aside for the halftime and rejoin you for second half action here from the Shannon Center. The cheer team will get involved here during the half, and we will see you on the other side of the 15-minute break. Cougs lead 57-38 at the break. Plenty of basketball on the other side right here on the Cougar Sports Network. you to have to sit around and listen to that. Welcome back, everybody. We're just a hair under 2 minutes away from the start of the second half. A slight adjustment likely coming here on the official score compared to our scoreboard. Scoreboard showing 57-38. Official score showing 56-38. So we'll get that adjustment. Nonetheless, Cougars are in the lead. So far for the Cougs, it's Makai Wilson leading the way, 11 points in 10 minutes of play. He's got a trio of rebounds and an assist as well. Julian Barr as well as Jordan Jackson, both with 10 points apiece. In addition to that, Atwater, despite a lack of points, 5 assists, 4 steals, 3 rebounds already from the junior guard. And a really strong showing so far from the postman, Kevin Bishop, 6 points on 3 of 3 shooting. Marko Tojajic, unfortunately, already fouling out of the game, picking up 5 fouls in the first half, so he is done for the latter portion of this game. We'll get an indication as to who replaces him in the Cougars lineup. On the other side of the house for East-West, Vashawn Daniels, who left the game a little bit earlier with what appeared to be a bit of a laceration on his forehead. Certainly hope he's okay. He leads the scoring with 10 points on 4 of 6 shooting. From there, Jaha Jackson, 8 points, 3 steals. That's a team high. He's also got a team high 18 minutes so far. Zach Patterson with 4 points, as does Marco Brown. And another impressive performance so far from Devine Conley. He's got 8 points, 4 of 9 shooting. And he has largely taken over the role vacated by Vashawn Daniels due to the injury. You heard the buzzer there. That's to tell us it's the start of the second half. East-West returning to the floor as well. Phantoms came into tonight's game 0-4. This already their 5th contest of the season. We also briefly noted for the Cougs a little bit earlier, in case you're joining us late, this is the home opener and season opener for men's basketball, the second game of the full basketball program. The women tipped off for their first game of the season and first home game on Friday, November 1st. East-West ball to start. Cougars pressuring hard, and we're underway with second half action. Gary with the slam! What an exclamation point to get things started. Julian Barr, defender, passes by. That three's off the mark, and it's going to be Phantoms possession. Wow, what a start. A near turnover for the Cougars turns into the big two-hand slam for number 22, Victor Garrett. And now the Phantoms looking to continue to add on. Jaha Jackson pressured tightly by Atwater. Nearly taken away. He's going to take it himself. Kicks it out. And a big takeaway by Jordan Jackson, but he'll throw it away looking for Atwater. A little bit of frantic basketball from both sides to start off the second half here, but head coach Tommy Posley and company slowing things down for East-West. Approaching 19 minutes to play here in the second half. There's Brown. Nice dish down low for Conley. Nearly loses it. Turnaround Jay will get the fall off the backboard. That puts Conley in double figures now. Here's Barr with the Euro step, and the bank is still open after hours. Julian Barr with the quick answer. Atwater, Jackson pressuring Brown. We mentioned the 5 steals so far for Atwater. Here's a Euro step from Jackson. That won't fall. Atwater looking for his first points. Unfortunately, still looking as the 3-pointer's off the mark. Nice lead pass for Brown for 3, but he is fouled.
Number 21, Andre Brandon.
On the attempt, Andre Brandon will pick up the foul.
His first personal, Cougars' first team foul.
His first personal and the first foul of the half. Cougars only have guys with 1 foul. Some guys have yet to commit a foul. But as we mentioned, unfortunate for Marko Tojajic here in the season opener, fouling out before the end of the first half. Just 10 minutes of play, picking up 5 quick fouls. Some of them certainly felt like they were on the borderline. And head coach Robert Ford definitely pleaded his case from the sideline, but not much going there. Brown's first free throw will fall. That is the second free throw. Now looking to add the third. And he does. That's 7 points now for Marko Brown. Cougars still with the lead, but East-West has come on strong to start this half. Jackson's floater attempt, no good, and good pressure from the Cougars, but it'll stick with the Phantoms. This ball gets away, ultimately ending up with Kevin Bishop. The big man coming down the lane. He'll dish for Jackson. Atwater to Barr. Good passing from the Cougs. And Barr along the baseline draws the foul. That'll send him to the free throw line. 17:45 to play in this second half.
Julian Barr is at the line.
And Barr able to sink both free throws. He's up to 14 points. Near takeaway. That was Jalen Jackson nearly losing it. This time he will. Now Barr outletting for Atwater. Finds Andre Brandon. The little teardrop floater. No problem for the big man, Andre Brandon. Atwater picks up his 6th assist. Brown taking it all the way to the hoop. Nothing home. Good offensive rebound for Jalen Jackson, and Garrett's bid won't go. Here come the Cougs. Jackson off the rim, wanted Bishop. The inaccurate pass, and now Barr is going to be called for the foul. That will lead to a full Cougars substitution. So once again, we'll run down the group with you. Hill, Wilson, Lawrence, Warren, and Shelton back out on the floor now. So Warren will ultimately take Tojajic's place in this group. Good to see DJ Shelton back out on the floor, healthy and all is well. Cougars bringing the quick defensive pressure. Sando Hill forcing a turnover. Wilson coming away with it. Warren, nice touch pass for Shelton. It's denied. And Jackson's going to be called for the foul. Looks like a heck of a block from Jackson, but results in number 23, DJ Shelton, venturing to the free throw line. First one off the mark, 16:46. Remains here in the second half. If you're joining us late, we welcome you to the SXU men's basketball season opener and home opener. Warren with a good rebound. He'll draw now a foul. Cougars will keep possession down to our left.
Foul number 22, Victor Garrett, his second personal.
If you've stuck around with us, we hope you've enjoyed this one so far. Plenty of Cougars basketball to go. Games all the way into the end of February, following up, or finishing up, I should say, with the CCAC Conference Tournament. Cougs certainly looking to not only be a part of it, but potentially be a host team. Cougars one of three teams coming into tonight in the conference that have yet to play a game. Everybody else has played at least one. Most have played two as East-West picks up the three. Another Divine Conley shooting experience. Lawrence, nice give and go with Wilson, and Wilson able to finish at the hoop. Good pressure from Shelton. Brown and then Jalen Jackson outlet it. Here's Conley once again. This time the three ball is off the mark. Good hustle play from Wilson and Lawrence, and then an offensive foul called on Sando Hill. Certainly felt like Conley might have been the one that created the contact, but nonetheless, Cougars will pick up another foul. And here comes the pressure once again. Conley, no-look pass inside for Garrett. Cougs moving quickly. Shelton with it on the far side. Hill thought about the three. For Wilson. Long range, no good. Who's possession? It will be East-West. Official claiming Hill the last to touch. 15-21. A 15-point game on our hands. 65-50. And Cougs with a chance now. Lawrence for Warren, pulling up from beyond the arc. Nothing home. Important rebound by Garrett. Now Conley. The Euro step. Oh, and he can't get the finish around the hoop, and then a foul called. It will be Cougars' possession. And that will be on Divine Conley. Just his first. And now we'll get our first media timeout of this half. 14:56 to play. We'll step aside for a breather. Cougars lead by 15. Don't go anywhere. Should have an entertaining second half on our hands after the break. Welcome back, everybody. Media timeout comes to a close. The first one here of this second half, as we noted in the first half, a new addition to the NAIA this season. As a result, both teams with just 4 timeouts instead of 6 to work with. Jackson goes to work, calling for Andre Brandon. The big man takes it just outside the paint. They'll play give and go. Brandon pulling up for the 3 ball. Comes up short. Atwater trying to come away with the rebound, and after the mess, it's Brown. Conley over in the corner. Coach Posley barking out the offense from the sideline. Brown thought about the 3 ball. Good recovery defense from Jordan Jackson. There's Conley. 3 to shoot. That one comes up short. Collects his own rebound and finishes the Euro step with another bucket. Jackson. Hands off for Brandon. Now Bishop working down low. On a nice spin move, Kevin Bishop in the low post. Certainly a size mismatch there with number 14, Maurice Merritt. Bishop just too big to handle in that low post. Conley open for the corner 3 and delivers. Keeping pace. Is East-West. And now a foul called here. It should be on Atwater.
Number 0, Ashton Atwater. His second personal, Cougars 15 foul. Maurice Merritt is at the line.
The first free throw off the mark.
Zach Patterson returns to the court for East-West. And Mason Kadokis returns to the court for St. Xavier.
Mason Kabelkis returns to the floor. No other changes at the moment for the Cougars with 13:05 and counting to play. Here's Barr. Nice pass down low for Bishop and a clean block. Now chaos. Barr comes away with it. And Atwater delivers the 3. His first points in a Cougars uniform come via the 3 ball. Adding to a very impressive line, and now a kick called on Julian Barr. Although it appeared Conley just tripped over his foot. And now we got the second unit coming in for the Cougars. And it looks like they'll keep Kabelkis out there in place of Warren. Outside of that, Hill, Wilson, Lawrence, and Shelton. Brown looking for an outlet. Good defense from Makai Wilson. Conley behind the back. And now a foul's called on the Cougars, although it appeared Conley might have given a forearm. So that'll send him to the free throw line. Sando Hill picks up his second personal. 12:26 to go here in the second half. And Conley drills the first free throw. Cougars already have pushed East-West into the first phase of the bonus. So from here on out, it's at least one free throw for every foul. And if they continue to do that, they might be able to chip away at this deficit. Cougars just 1 of 8 from beyond the arc on this recent trend. Here's Hill looking to change that, and he does. Shelton picking up his second assist, and now Wilson called for the foul.
Wilson, his second personal foul.
More free throws coming here with 12:05 to play. Brown guaranteed at least one, potentially two.
Marco Brown is at the line.
And Brown will make the first one, gets the second free throw. Two more fouls will push East-West into double bonus territory. Brown 2 of 2 on that trip to the line. Cougars go back to work. And finally a foul called against East-West. Sando Hill able to draw the attention.
Number 14, Maurice Merritt. His first personal.
Maurice Merritt. That's their 5th team foul for the Phantoms. And now East-West will take one of their final 2 timeouts with 12:01 left to play. We'll step aside for a breather as the teams talk things over. Plenty of basketball left here on the other side on the Cougars Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. Timeout comes to a close. East-West with just 1 remaining here for the rest of the game. Cougars still with 3. And don't forget the media timeouts. That'll be baked in there as well for both sides. 73-60 your score. Shelton's pass for Hill, a little wild, but Cougars able to keep possession. And now they'll set up the half-court offense. Wilson over to Lawrence. And a nice spin move down the lane for the Oak Lawn Community product. Cougs back in front by 15. 11 and a half to go. And now Kabelkis is going to be called for a foul.
His second personal foul.
That's his second personal. That should send Conley to the line. It will. Brown, Jackson, Merritt, Conley, and Patterson on the floor currently for the Phantoms. And Conley's free throw off the mark. Hill collecting the rebound. Hand off to Shelton. Good ball movement. Lawrence will pull up for 3 and bangs it home. Cougars have shot well from beyond the arc. Currently shooting 40% on the game. Patterson. And a block foul called on Lawrence. Never set his feet. So Patterson will step to the line here. Just under 11 to play as he sinks the first free throw. Jalen Jackson, Victor Garrett check into the game for East West. As Patterson completes his trip to the line successfully. Hill with space. Now Wilson for three. And it's a beauty. Makai Wilson returns to being the Cougars' leading scorer now with 16 points. Julian Barr with 14. Garrett with the two-hand slam. Robert Ford wanting a travel, nothing called. Cougars' offense works quickly. Shelton along the baseline. Wilson feeling it from beyond the arc. Hill with the cleanup off the glass. Nice work from Sando Hill. And now Jalen Jackson. Hill looking to create some space. Lawrence now pulls up from deep. That one off the mark. And Hill trying to collect the rebound. Taken away by Patterson. Jackson to Jackson. Along the baseline. And now an outlet pass. Sando Hill. And he'll lay it up for another two. Cougars starting to create some distance once again on the scoreboard. 85-66. Your score with 9.5 to play. Patterson. And they'll call a foul. This will be on Sando Hill. That's his third personal.
Media timeout.
And now we'll step aside here for immediate timeout. 9:31 to play. Cougs lead 85-66. So we'll see you on the other side of the break as action resumes on the Cougar Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. 9:31 to play in the second half. Cougars with the commanding 85-66 advantage. East-West came out of the gate here to begin the second half. Really looking to bridge the gap, and they certainly came out with the right intensity, but the Cougars' new strategy this year, rolling 10, 11, and 12 deep pretty routinely, has paid off. Cougars have been able to stay fresh, while East-West looks for answers to keep up. Really good individual performances, though, especially from Divine Conley. He's got 20. That's a game high, and foul called here against Victor Garrett. Sixth team foul, and on his Garrett's third personal. And that'll send him to the bench. There's Bishop for Atwater. The three off the mark. Bishop collects the rebound. Atwater thought about it, passed down low. Now Bishop with the left hand. And now Andre Brandon is fouled. This is on East-West. That'll be Divine Conley.
His second personal. Phantoms over for the foul.
Second personal, and that puts the Cougars in the first phase of the bonus. Andre Brandon will take to the free throw line. 9:08 remaining in this one, and Cougars will still get the rebound. Brandon, wide open, three ball! Andre Brandon delivers. And it is all Cougs. Conley, game's leading scorer. Off balance shot, nearly gets it to go. Strong look from Conley. Atwater with some space. Nearly loses possession. Barr thought about the shot. Andre Brandon again from the same spot as before. And just like that, Andre Brandon quickly finds himself in double figures. Brandon collects with a rebound on the other side. And the missed shot ends up with Conley. Good hand from the Cougars, but it will still be Phantoms ball.
Number 15, Jalen West.
Number 15, Jalen West checks in for the first time tonight for the Phantoms. Conley's going to pull up from the corner. That three looked no good. Here's Bishop to Andre Brandon. Can't get the one-hand slam to go. That's the second one. And now Atwater is called for a foul behind the play. So that'll send Jalen Jackson to the free throw line. 7:41 to play in this second half of Cougars, both home and season opener. 2024-25 season is here. We noted a bit earlier in the broadcast, Cougars are home for 5 straight games to open the 24-25 calendar. Next matchup here at home will be this Saturday. It's a 3 o'clock start. That'll be against Edgewood. And then Monday will be the first men's-women's doubleheader. That'll be against Indiana Columbus at both 5 and 7 o'clock. Barr outletting for Jackson. He gets the two-hand slam. You get a slam. You get a slam. Everybody gets a slam as the Cougs continue to distance themselves. Patterson, nice Euro step into the lane.
Zach Patterson.
And now Barr has it poked away. And they'll indicate possession east-west. Couple of bodies hit the floor as well, and checking the conditions at the moment. Making sure all the players are safe. And that's assistant coach Jeff Willis out there keeping an eye on his guys. 7:01 officially to go here on the clock. Cougars out front by 21. Here's Conley. Straight to the hoop, denied by Andre Brandon. Andre Brandon got up there for the swat. Conley working again down low. That glanced off a Cougar, and then the foul was called. It's going to be called on Kevin Bishop, and palms to the sky. And this officiating crew appearing to be more or less telling players, don't ask me what we called. Certainly not sure you want to see that this early in the season. Always healthy when officiating crews and teams and coaches respectively can all communicate. A little more coat floor maintenance here from none other than Andre Brandon. It'll be free throws. Conley will take to the line. 6:48 to play. And the first free throw good from Conley. Now a 20-point game, still heavily in favor of the Cougars. Again, virtually from here on out, everything results in free throws in some capacity for both sides. Conley adds to his total for the evening. And the lone substitution for East-West, Victor Garrett, will return to the floor. Conley will finally receive a well-earned breather. Here's Bishop down the lane, off the glass, and one! Kevin Bishop. And that bucket puts Bishop in double figures. Some really strong performances here tonight. 7 Cougars in double figures. Wilson still leading the way with 16 points. Sando Hill, Julian Barr with 14. Jordan Jackson with 12. Andre Brandon with 11. And then both Davion Lawrence as well as Kevin Bishop with 10 points apiece. Bishop looking to make it 11 with 6:41 to play. And he does. Marco Brown back on the floor for the Phantoms. Jalen Jackson, that's a travel. So the Cougars will regain possession, and they'll sub in the second unit. Kabelkis, Wilson, Lawrence, Hill, and Shelton. So still no DeAndre Warren. Appears just a way to get work for Kabelkis, one of the returners from a season ago. Shelton on the drive. The kick. Wilson for 3! And he's got another one. 5 of 8 from beyond the arc for Makai Wilson. Tough pressure from a trio of Cougars as Jaha Jackson gets it away. Now Garrett, and they'll call a blocking foul on Makai Wilson with 6:09 to play.
Foul number 3, Makai Wilson. His third personal foul.
And it looks like we'll get a wholesale substitution here at some point from the Cougars as Robert Ford just got up and went down toward the end of his bench. Another made free throw this time from Maurice Merritt. 99-76, Cougars on the brink of the century mark. Down low for Lawrence, and unable to finish. The Shelton pass was perfect. Lawrence just unable to connect on the floater. Now Patterson, what a pass! Able to connect to Gordon. That was just a desperation pass. And good work by East West. Davion Lawrence tries to lay it in, draws the foul. And that's going to be on Keanu Gordon.
His second personal foul.
So that'll send Lawrence to the line, getting up with a slight hobble. At the line with 5:37 to play in this second half. Lawrence's free throw in and out. Substitution coming here. Cameron Ransom will check into the game for East West as Marco Brown heads to the bench. Lawrence looking to connect on his second free throw. And this time he will. Cougs hit 100. 100-78 is your score. Cougars looking to stave off the Phantoms for another 5.5 minutes. Wilson all-out sell for the pass, and they'll ultimately call it out of bounds with him on the ground. So just a reset. Still possession Phantoms. Jaha Jackson has it poked away. Hill thought he executed a successful steal. And still East-West ball, but Sando Hill continuing to pit pocket Jaha Jackson. And this one poked away by Kabelkis, but run down by Gordon on the other side. And Jaha Jackson has it go off his foot. That's backcourt violation. Good pressure from Sando Hill. Cougars will have possession here in the half court. Lawrence right back to Hill. 5:05 and counting. Wilson puts up the three ball off the mark. Wise decision by Ransom to let the ball glance out of play. And we will step aside for the final media timeout. 4:59 to play. And it's all Cougs, 100-78. We'll see you on the other side of the break right here on the Cougar Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. 100-78, your score here in the Cougars men's basketball season opener. Ron Luce on the call with you here once again this season. Jackson on the inbound as East West gets to work, and a good steal by DJ Shelton. It'll be Cougar ball after the ball glances off of Jaha Jackson and out of play. So despite the score, Cougars still coming on strong. Hill on the far wing. Kabelkis, 3-ball, in and out. Looking to add to the totals for the night. As we noted, 7 Cougars in double figures. A strong, well-rounded team game thus far. The shot is good. The beauty from Ransom. East-West having a strong shooting game thus far. Sando Hill on the drive, and he'll draw the contact. It's number 14, Maurice Merritt. Pardon me, they'll call it on number 11. That's Keanu Gordon. That's Gordon's 3rd personal.
Sando Hill is at the line.
And it's Sando Hill doing the honors for the Cougars with 3:59 to play. Hill connects for free throw number 1. Hill with a strong night so far, 15, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and just 1 steal to his credit, and that makes it 16 for Hill. Andre Brandon, 2 rebounds shy of a double-double. And now DJ Shelton's going to be called for a foul.
Foul number 23, DJ Shelton. His first
The Cougars will have a wholesale change here in just a moment.
Zach Patterson is at the line.
2 free throws here, both teams in the double bonus. As Patterson sinks the first one, and now a slew of substitutions. The return of DeAndre Warren. Kabelkis will stay on the floor. Deontay Taylor we saw a bit earlier in the game, but 2 new names for the first time this evening. LaShawn Henderson, number 35, and number 30, the freshman guard Landon Rivers, both check into the game. And here is Rivers bringing the ball up court, and now a turnover. Merritt taking it himself for a quick 2. Now Warren will send Rivers away. Rivers poked out from behind and then called for the foul.
Number 30, Landon Rivers, his first personal foul.
So once again, free throws coming here for East-West. And the first one from Cameron Ransom off the mark. 3:28 to play. And that one sank. Taylor gets the Cougars going. Warren. And now East-West applying the pressure, and that'll draw a foul.
Number 2, Zach Patterson.
Patterson
Personal foul.
picks up his second personal. 3:21 to play, and it feels like these teams might be trading free throws for quite a while. First one from Warren off the mark. As a reminder to everybody at home, Cougars back in action this Saturday, a 3 o'clock tip against Edgewood here from the Shannon Center. Be sure to check out the broadcast right here on the Cougar Sports Network and SXUCougars.com. And if you can, come on out. It'll be a perfect day to be inside and watching some NAIA basketball. We'll be back with you then again for 5 consecutive home games, including this one. Indiana-Columbus is the first men's-women's doubleheader of the season. That'll be on Monday, November 11th. Women will tip off at 5 o'clock. Men will follow that up at around 7. And then number 8, Grace, comes to the Shannon Center on November 15th, Friday night tip. That's a 7 o'clock start as well for the Cougs. And then we'll have the first CCAC men's-women's doubleheader of the season on Wednesday, November 20th. That'll be against neighboring Olivet Nazarene University. 5 o'clock tip for the women, and once again the men will follow at 7. Here's Taylor on the drive. His pass stolen from Jackson. Patterson taking it up the floor, and he's got another 2. And slowly but surely, not a lot of time left, but East-West doing everything in their power, trying to make this a ball game with under 3 to play. Warren will settle things down. He spots up for the 3. Off the mark. 2:38 and counting to play. And it looks like we'll get to see the starters return to the floor for one last go at it upon the next whistle. Jaha Jackson down the lane, denied from behind by Taylor. And it will be Cougar ball according to the official. Jaha Jackson went crashing to the floor on top of it, and now the officials will get together. The East-West coaching staff irate. And they'll correct possession. It will stay with East-West, but Cougars will get to sub in the starters as the gap has been bridged to 12 points. The starting 5 on the floor here for the Cougars, probably for the last 2:20 and counting. Jackson's bid. Pardon me, that was Keanu Gordon. And Andre Brandon will be called for a foul now. 2:18 to play, and this could be a 10-point game.
Keanu Gordon is at the line.
And Gordon will miss the first free throw. Misses the second as well. And now a travel called on Atwater. For a first game of the season, certainly feels like the Cougars at least have an identity to begin the year. They want to play fast. They want to play physical. And now the officials getting into it with Coach Ford. Here's Brown all the way to the hoop with no issue. And just like that, it's a 10-point game. East-West applying the pressure. It'll stay with the Cougars, though, after glancing off a phantom player. And now the Cougars will burn one of their 3 remaining timeouts with 2:06 to play. The Cougars had the commanding lead all game, but all of a sudden we find ourselves with just a 10-point contest. East-West hanging around. We'll stay with you here through the timeout. Team leaders in this game, Makai Wilson, the Cougars' leading scorer, 19 points on the evening. 4 rebounds, 2 assists to go along with his stat line for the day. Sando Hill with 16 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal. And although Ashton Atwater only has 3 points on the night, team leading 7 assists, team leading 4 steals, along with 3 boards on the evening. We mentioned all the double-figure scores. Julian Barr with 14, Jordan Jackson with 12, Kevin Bishop with 11, as well as Andre Brandon with 11. Davion Lawrence, 11 points as well, rounding out the double-figure scoring. 4 double-figure scorers for East-West. They're led by Divine Conley, 22 points on the night. That's a game high. Deshaun Daniels was off to a hot start, 4 of 6 from the field before a laceration to his forehead. We have yet to see him since, but certainly hope the young man is okay. Marco Brown with 11 points, and Zach Patterson rounds out the double-figure scores with 14. 2 minutes to play. Now Cougars in the front court with numbers. Jordan Jackson will slow things up. Cougars really just trying to milk the clock as much as possible at this point. Andre Brandon, and now back to Jackson. Brandon thought about the three, going to hang on to it. Now Atwater will draw the foul. Number 21, Cameron Ransom will take his first personal. That will send the junior Ashton Atwater to the free throw line. 1:41 to play in the Cougars season opener. And Atwater connects on the first free throw. And he's 2 for 2. Cougars back in front now by 12. 104-92. And with about 100 seconds left in this game. East-West needs quick score after quick score. They cannot take this much time. Brown on the drive with the right hand and a beautiful finish. Marco Brown having himself a nice game. He's now got 13. And now Andre Brandon will be fouled by number 5, Jaha Jackson. Jackson's second. And that will send the big man Andre Brandon into the free throw line. So this is the starting group for the Cougars minus Kevin Bishop. It is number 3, Makai Wilson, out there to provide a bit better matchups in terms of the size on the floor. As Andre Brandon hits his first free throw with 80 seconds remaining. And he's 2 for 2 on that trip. 12-point lead restored. East-West running out of clock. Able to inbound, it's Patterson, and the Cougars retreat defensively. Conley looking for the pass. Nice no look. And that sets up the slam for Keanu Gordon. Again, the clock. East-West's number 1 enemy. And now Julian Barr fouled on the way through. That'll be credited to number 21, Cameron Ransom, his second personal. Barr at the line, under a minute to play, 58.4 as it reads.
Julian Barr is at the line.
We'll see a lot of the Cougars, as we noted a little bit earlier, here in the months of November and December. A pair of home games in December as well. Governor State, December 7th, and a week later, the Cougars will see Trinity Christian here at the Shannon Center. But once we turn the calendars to January, just 3 home contests in the entire month of January for the Cougars, and they'll follow that up with only 4 more in the month of February. So Cougars certainly want to take advantage of some home cooking early in the season here. Help their later part of the schedule. Barr forcing the turnover. Atwater. And that'll draw the foul. Marco Brown picks up his first personal. 32.1 to play. Number 0, Ashton Atwater, will venture to the free throw line.
Ashton Atwater is at the line.
As we noted, great turnout here for the home opener for the Cougs on this Wednesday night. Another game just a few days away. Again, the 3 o'clock start this Saturday. And then a pair of games next week, as well as one more home game before we even get to Thanksgiving. And Cougars will look to take advantage of that. At this point, so far so good, as Brown puts it up off the glass. It'll stay with the Phantoms. Just 15.8 to play. 110-96. Your current score. Ransom has it stolen by Shelton. Barr up to Atwater, but that pass was just a hair out of his reach. So with 8.9, all but a formality at this point. Phantoms will inbound. And the Cougars will certainly let them come up the floor with relative ease. 4, 3, 2, and 1 as Brown puts up one last shot. And there is the buzzer. Cougs win 110-96 in the season opener and get off to the 1-0 start in head coach Robert Ford's 4th season at the helm. Cougs are back in action again this Saturday. Be sure to tune in to SXUCougars.com and the SXU Athletics YouTube page and the Cougars Sports Network for that broadcast. 3 o'clock Central Time will be the start against Edgewood, and we'll be back with you here for the first men's-women's doubleheader of the season. Indiana Columbus comes to Chicago to pay the Cougs a visit. 5 and 7 o'clock are your tip-off times, with the ladies leading things off in the first game. What a game from the Cougs. A lot of things to iron out, certainly, for both sides, but it's always good to get the first one under the belt. And with a 110-96 win, this Cougs team certainly has to be happy. Lots of guys getting time in this one, and a couple of guys getting their first collegiate minutes as well as their first minutes in a Cougars uniform. And we look forward to continuing to bring you guys Cougars basketball all season long as SXU looks to repeat the success of the last few seasons under Robert Ford in year number 4. I am Ron Luce. We'll see you guys on Saturday as Edgewood comes to town. Until then, we wish you a great rest of your week. Cougs win 110-96 here in the Shannon Center, and we'll be back with you in a few days for more NAIA men's basketball. Until then, we wish you all well, and we wish you a good night after the Cougs take home the dub in their season opener.